chant. What's the end? When only beginning for the limbo. There's someone who the dream. You near me for the one who can taste with the alcohol drops taking over. Minimal for the to be the cocoa. Gender remains, but they're not the same as the result. Remember the leaves and the stem and the all for the this will be the dead branch for the rumble. The mortality for the life of the grappling. Looking with the life of the tempting, the urge for the euphoric bliss. Questioning everything for the partaking with you. Can I never begin for the worst of the clarity for the peace of the person? It depends upon the course of this night for the urge and never the euphoric bliss of this natural and unnatural cosmic. Listen for the temptation that gives you strength for the denied, the stroke, the conviction, for the tradition of a good level. Reckon the call for the emotion to spill out. Let it bleed and never the presence and not be shy. Sometimes you need a good cry for not the best for the sad. You all feel this bleeding after the peace, this tripling of the savory. A gentle craving of the simple for the tasting of the soul spilled out for the who were aware for the give it a little, for the tear for the branding, for the raving of the aspect for the rolling and the swirling of the waving of the spell. Feel this is genuine for the healing elements. Deliciously for the relentlessly for the symptom to be closer to you. It's entitled for the making meaning. Just make sure I didn't know what's happening. Please make it quick. The colors of my soul for the soul bleeds and the colors of the burn for the shimmer, the ink of the ray, the riot for the storm of the sunlight for the shadows of fire for the you can all admire desire for this fire, the raw for the trembling of the hue for the longing for the cannot name. Stretching across the edge of my chest of the pulling in this scene. Who it was or the thought it was or the multiple for the blinding and the warm for the rising of the wreckage. The joy that I find is the feels of the shimmer. Current the truth is current through the fear for the light to the corner for the dark. This and find the deepest black pools of the chill. You don't have to rhyme and for the walking alone for the quiet ache of the dragon for the brightest moment for the universe roll together for the bleeding and spectrum for the cannot tame the unexplained this amount messing over the loud and beautiful with the painful desperate electric. These are the colors of my soul for the burn because they are alive and not to be concerned for they don't have to rhyme. I have this truly for the hamburger. Art, this is the very too many versions of me. Darkness, destiny came from the realm with the wall and never existed with the place of the car for the breath for the depth of the universe. This is never the purchase of frozen. Cracking over the spine of the world for the spreading of the number, the touch of this or anything that foolish enough to be one. It has no face of the void from the absolute. This is like the weather for the before but there's just touch the edge of this fade into the approaching and terrified about it the way they seem to the drift of the terrible part of the parts of the need to run for the hunger for the not the frantic for the precise mathematical for the inevitable for the capacity of the personalized energy. Fall like destiny for the dying stream for the focus to turn the glass of the river to stop and make curve floating in over the frozen to surrender for the order for the fear for the missing one for the breath for the heartbeat for the single determining as the spark for the flying the world around us damn with the exhaling for the exhaling over the lost and this darkness and this undivided embrace of this completely for the behind of the echo for the shadow for the ever memory. What was it once existed for the still that he moves in the cold of the frozen the first of the sign to the sun dies and leaping around the seeking of the final ember for the human birth to the candle high forever for the recovery of darkness and seas. We eventually find everything that's still that dares to warm. It was still swarm with what it was, the swallow for the hollow for the devil, let a piece of the present itself within the praise. And not to be departed, the part of the I guess it was in China sometime. Never sighted. The universe can hear me. But still know the word of what it would be you for this to get it fixed and fixed and fixed. I never ever for the standing in the line for me to break the big. And have it never sighted for the final need to listen. Enough for the winner, enough for the proud, enough for the be do. The joker for the villain, I can be the car for the game. The jars for the broken moon, for the drowning in the stars, for the rusting with the being, for the never win the grave, for the overshadowing of the shit. My silence fighting you for the unsettling of the already know for the power, for the tremor, for me, the quiet, for the storm, for the gathering behind the ribs. This is fulfilling your prophecy for the really for the pieces, the scratching of the black trees for the yellow rims, for the trim, for the teal blush, the stealing in the palm, for the falls, the crook, the beat, the bad slave, the lead, for the secrets that fold, the fish to keep. Whatever killed us, make us weaker, for the flattening and the poor weak, for the pounds of the month, for this a bit like the breath. Had it all for the twice and now for the die for the wrong, to the limbo for the sometime now for the bones for the flat line for the review for the aching in my mind for the first cut or for the humiliating or the degrading of the base. You can find the feeling in your face in the hands and not enough to you know just worse is not to come. And what's behind business to find the path to make it stronger for the everlasting.